Well, winter's coming and I am going to downsize the flock pretty significantly. Hey guys, welcome back to another Slightly Rednecked video again. My name's Chris. If you're not familiar with this channel, I help you to produce your own meat, eggs, and vegetables from your backyard, your balcony, your deck, your garage, or heck, even a spare room in your house if that's the way you want to do it. And today I'm going to get rid of all my silver quail. Winter time's coming and I just don't need to feed these guys out. I've decided to just get out of them completely. I'm only going to have the jumbo pharaohs from this point going forward. There's a couple of reasons for that. Kind of discussed it in other videos, but just to run through that real quick. I find my jumbo pharaohs, I just think they're a better all-around bird when it comes to meat and egg production, and that's really what my goal is, just meat and egg production. They are much easier to deal with, they're much less aggressive, and you'll notice this whenever I start getting these birds out. I'll show you some of these. They're just beat up. They've just fought with each other and beat each other up, and I don't have those problems with my pharaohs nearly as much as I do with the silvers, or when I had Texas A&M whites. When I had those, it was the same issue with them. The other thing I really like about the pharaohs over the silvers is I can just look at them and tell which one's a male and a female. So you can just visually see by the color of their feathers on their chest which one's a male or a female. And if you need help with determining what sex your birds are, whether they're the pharaohs or not, I did a video on that quite a while back. I'll put a link up here and you can click on that and go watch that. It'll tell you how you can tell which ones are males or females. But with the pharaohs, I can just look at them and tell. So I like that better about them too. And they're just an all-around better bird, in my opinion. They lay consistently, they grow out fast, they're usually ready to butcher or to start laying again by about 8 weeks old. So again, with wintertime coming on, I've decided I don't need these guys anymore. No reason to feed them out. They've already stopped laying because I don't have any external lights on this coop right here. And it's just time to get rid of them. So they're gonna go to the freezer. I've got a pen of grow outs over there that they will end up there just a meat run. They'll go to the freezer too, but they're not quite ready to butcher at this point. And then my plan is I've got some in the incubator right now, and my pharaohs, which are over in the other cage, they're getting a little bit old. They're going on about 2 years old right now. So it's about time to replace them. So I'm gonna use this hatch that's in the incubator, hopefully get enough hens out of that will become my next breeders going into next season. So I gotta get these guys out of here because it's time to get them processed. I got to do some repairs to this cage anyway, so it's a good time to get them out of here, get this cage cleaned out, and we'll go from there. Oh, calm down. Here's a good example of one of the silvers. Like I said, a pretty bird. But you can see his eye all kinds of beat up there just for no reason. I mean, they've just beat him up for no reason whatsoever. So anyway, that's a good example of what I'm talking about with birds getting beat up. All right, so this cage is emptied out. Let's go over and take a look at the jumbo pharaohs, and I'll show you kind of the difference in the birds, or at least show you what I'm going to be keeping anyway going forward. All right, so hopefully you can see this. These are my jumbo pharaohs in here, and some of them are molting, so they look a little bit, you know, kind of featherless on their backs, but they're starting to grow back. They're starting to get through it. But you can tell, you know, for the most part anyway, none of these birds are all beat up. None of them are missing any eyes or anything like that. Like I said, just all around calmer birds. I just think that they work out better for me. So this is probably what I'm going to keep. I got to keep them away from the door so they don't go flying out. But this is probably what I'm going to keep going forward. And you probably heard me say I had a grow out pen here, and I do. It's, you know, most of the birds are in the other side right here right now. You may be wondering why I'm not using these guys to replace my jumbo pharaohs. There are a bunch of jumbo pharaohs in here, even though all this out on this side are the silvers right now. Well, the biggest reason I'm not is because I sold a bunch of these birds to help pay for quail feed, and I sold all my hens, so all I got left is roosters. So I'm doing another hatch, and hopefully I get enough hens out of there I can replace my pharaohs, and they'll be my next year's breeding stock. So that's the plan anyway. We'll see how well it works. I gotta go get these birds processed. I'd take you guys along, but every time I show that on video, somebody complains and it ends up getting marked as adult content. So this is a family-friendly show. I don't like having adult content, you know, marked on any of my videos. So I'm gonna skip that part of the video. If you guys need to know how to butcher your quail, I'll put a link up there. You can go watch a video I did years ago. Again, you have to be over 18 because it got marked as adult content, but you can go watch that if you need to see that. So anyway, stick around, you know, stick with the channel for a while. You'll see how things go with the next hatch, and let me know if you got comments, questions below. I'll do my best to answer those. I try to respond to every single comment. Thank you so much for watching, And as always, God bless.